Well, look what we have here.
What's up, John? How you
Gee,
doing? Good to see you.
good to see you too. Good to kick off this episode. And as all of you who watch shows on Keoniproductions know, when we do the show is always about meet the cast. But today we are meeting G. G, where are you right now?
Seattle, Washington. I'm in my garage right now.
That's
This is
right.
where all the magic happens. Where I do all my training, my acting, modeling. This is where all the magic happens, honestly.
All the magics except for the Seahawks. But we won't get into that. All right.
Don't bring that up. Come on now.
The Mariners are in the playoffs. So, hey, there you go. Seattle's doing it, right?
You got one.
Seattle's doing it. So, the first question I always ask people I'm sorry, what do you intend this show to be?
I want it to be like a platform to express myself and show the way I live, show the things that I do. Because not people don't know who I am. They've heard of me or they know of me, but they don't know who G is. You know what I mean? So I
Hmm.
want them to get a little perspective of how I live, get to see my kids, the people I hang out with. Few people. I don't hang out with a lot of people, so y'all get to see insight on that. And then
Yeah,
I want to be able to use this to speak about other things. You know what I'm saying? And show the process of just how G works and just what I do daily. You know what I mean?
I like it because you're a very interesting guy daily. I've seen you do everything from kickboxing to playing sports to modeling to acting to the only thing I haven't seen you do is climb a mountain. I'm feeling like you're gonna do that on the show sooner or later.
Just give me some time. I'm gonna get on that mountaintop. I swear.
G's the type of person that'll do it without equipment too. Like, it's not getting here soon. That's okay. I got it.
I'm willing to take the risk, man. You got to get out there. You got to be able to get out of your comfortable zone and try new things.
Hmm.
That's like one of the things I struggle with growing up in general. Is like not willing to take that risk
Hmm.
and go out there and you know what I'm saying, put yourself out there and be different because that's the way you're gonna make it. Honestly, don't sit in this little box and let people control what your actions are and affect how you're thinking. You know what I mean? Just keep pushing and do
Yeah.
your thing. That's how you're gonna make it and keep your
Yeah.
confidence.
Well, so where are you originally from, G?
Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
Port-au-Prince, Haiti. So tell us about that journey.
Well, I was in an orphanage till I was the age of 5. Then I was adopted, brought over here by my parents, Irish and Polish, which you never would guess, but they're the coolest people ever. I swear to God, they're a blessing to me. They saved me. So I just think coming to America was a blessing, and the journey itself is crazy because like I was lucky because there's so many kids in the orphanage, and I was the lucky one to get picked out of them and have the opportunity to come to America and succeed, grow my talents, see what I can do, and aspire to become something better. You know what I mean?
Hmm. How do you
So
feel that has that experience with your adopted parents and how they treated you, nurtured you, and cared for you just like they were your own? How do you feel that that molded you into the person that you are now?
that's a good question. Honestly, the way they raised me, they're good people. It's positive energy. It
Hmm.
was just different for me because the neighborhood we lived in, I was like one of like three black people, so
Hmm.
I didn't have the best time growing up, and I kind of struggled with a little bit of racism and the cultural difference between me and my parents kind of affected that. But in the end, our relationship and our bond is strong at the end. But I don't know, growing up in those neighborhoods and being by myself, not really having a lot of friends that looked like me or support, made it difficult for me. But I pushed through it and I've become the man I am now. So I'm good.
Like you didn't that I could tell what that would be like growing up, but then as you get older as a teen and get older, you kind of know that your parents are they were doing, you know, what they could and what they should, and then you could relate to them more. So that's kind of cool story. But now you've got kids of your own, huh?
Yes, sir. They are a handful.
17, I hear.
Seven. I got four kids, man. Four kids. That's a lot, but it's enough for now. You know what I'm saying? Four kids. I'm gonna stick with a four for now.
Yeah. How many boys, how many girls?
I have three girls and one little boy. 13-year old,
Oh.
6-year old, a 2-year old. That's gonna be three next month, and then the
Oh,
1 year boy, the youngest.
tell it. Is the boy the oldest or the youngest, you said?
Nah, he's the youngest one,
Oh, you know,
but
it's such a
he's
different
just as big as
dynamic.
a 2-year old.
You said what?
He's just as big as a 2-year old, so he's growing fast.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder how different. I'm not used to, but I know how it is when the guy is like the oldest and then he has all of these sisters and he's like the second father. So that's going to be interesting. He's got the older sisters.
See, he's coming out right now. He's literally kind of coming out to see me right now.
It's like, Daddy, what are you doing? Why aren't you paying me attention right now?
Yeah, he's wild. I'll eventually bring him on the episode so you can see all of them. They're
Speak,
adorable, man.
Speaking of episodes, this isn't one of those shows where everything is just going to be um in one place. Sometimes you'll be here, it'll be a regular talk show format. You're going to have guests, you'll be talking about motivational things and different things throughout that day. But then you're also going to be out and about. Tell us what right now in your mind are you most interested in doing on this show?
There's a lot of things. Um, Most interested in doing. I would honestly think for me, it's kind of I'm focused on my modeling right now, but I do so many different things and have my hands in multiple different things. So I want to bring a lot of everything into it. So like cooking, my personal training that I do, my boxing, my modeling. I want to kind of want to do it all, but my main focus, I guess, will be my modeling, my acting, low key.
Mm, that would be great. And then that's why I love that it's the world of G because you're going to talk about all kinds of things from all over, and I can't wait to see. Uh, because you may not see it, but you can be an exciting person at times. I know. Well, I know you know it, right? I know you can be an exciting person at times, right?
I can be
You're
fun
not very
sometimes. I can be fun sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I try to have the positive energy
Mhm.
and bring around, but sometimes you can't be positive all the time. That's what I say. I try my best to be positive, but
Mhm.
sometimes you got those rocky days. You can't hold that smile. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
honestly, I try and bring a positive energy to every scene I'm around.
Well, you let that energy out sometimes. Sometimes you got well, it's one thing to try to find the positivity in a negative situation. It's another thing to hold in feelings to fake like you're having the time of your life. You
Yeah,
know, if you have to compartmentalize because you have something important to do and you've got to internalize some feelings, eventually, though, you got to let that stuff out, right?
exactly.
All
That's
right.
exactly true. That's important too. Like talking about things and not holding them in. That's the other thing I would like to bring on the show. Having the ability to speak and like communicate if you're going through something, because you should not hold it down and keep it inside. It's gonna only make it worse. And I
Hmm.
want my friends, family, and everybody around me to
Hmm.
comprehend that and be willing to go to your friend and talk and be
Yeah.
willing to have a conversation with them, because we really need to come together and be like that and be willing to hold each other up when we're struggling.
I think on a lot of the shows we talk about support system, I say, you know what? All these shows, even though there's different ones on Keanu Productions, like we have a political show, a social justice show, food tasting, different types of talk shows, comedy, all types of things. But I think the one thing that everybody is adamant on is putting more positive content out there in the universe. Even our talk shows, even the sports show, it's not a bunch of people yelling at each other. It's just having conversations, you know, and being positive. Even when we're yelling at each other, we make it fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, um, when did you get the need to want to do that? Because a lot of people, there are positive people, but it's like they can be introverted or they keep it to them. But I've known since I've known you, I've seen a desire to want to spread that positivity out amongst everyone. And what gave you that itch?
Um, Honestly, I think it would be the things I went through that were negative. So it's like I went through a lot of negative things that I don't even want to get into. But me going through all those things made my thought processes like other
Hmm.
people shouldn't have to go through stuff like that, and they should be able to get help and be able to speak about things that have happened, or if they're having a hard time mentally, you know what I'm saying, or emotionally, just be able to talk and have someone there for them. And so me going through the stuff I went through, I was like, I'm not gonna push no negative energy out into the world. I'm gonna
Yeah.
figure out a way to help people or show them that you can't let everything break you down like that. You got to keep pushing and moving forward. That's the one thing I always say: keep moving forward, because life's a never-ending race. Like honestly, there's not really a finish line. That's what I'm saying. So you guys got to keep moving forward, always.
All right, yeah. Like once you think you see a finish line, then it's over. Because once you're finished, right?
Exactly.
So it's like if you see the finish line coming up, you just pretend it's a little further away, right? You just
You got to make a new line. Keep pushing. That
yeah.
line's gonna keep pushing back.
Unless you're out there running, then you want that finish line to hurry up and get here. But
Short sprints.
oh, let me tell you. So, gee, it was funny. My wrestling coach was the head coach of cross country, and so he would make us run cross country, for being better in shape. And I didn't know anything about cross country. I just know we had to run, and I was a good runner. So the first uh, meet I went to, I was all excited. They have a guy at each mile telling you your time, right?
Yeah.
Gun sounded, we go. I'm looking around, ain't no one near me. I go to the first mile. He said, first mile, 4 minutes, 51 seconds. I'm like, this is easy. Listen to the times. Second mile, 11 minutes and 53 seconds. All right, some people are catching up to me and have passed me. Third mile, 27 minutes and 36.
You found out about that cross country distance. Come on.
Woo! I also find out I wasn't good at it at all. I mean, the best guys on the team were running like 14:51 in 3 miles. I'm like, I'm never going to be that no matter how hard I try. Some people are just born to do things.
Yeah, exactly. The body's built like that.
Yeah. And
So
those people were born, right. He said, you can't get any better. I said, listen, my family has been in the United States for a long time. if we used to be Kenyan, I've lost all that ability. I am I am an American runner.
He said, I have been Americanized. I'm not running like
Yes.
that.
I had 2 sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins this morning, Coach. I don't think I can run 3 miles. Oh man. Tell me what's been the most fun, because we already know everybody out here has kids know the pains, but what's been the most fun um experience you had from raising children?
The most fun experience.
Your parents sometimes they say, sometimes I just look, even when my kid's doing something knuckleheadish and I'm watching them, for some reason I just smile and like, you know,
It's because you see a little bit of yourself in all of them, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I see. I see myself in all my kids. So they'll do something, and
mhm.
I'll, it's like you say, like, you'll get annoyed. And I'm like, wait a second, that's me. That, I do that. I can't really be upset with you. Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
You got my DNA.
You have my DNA. I expected that from you, actually.
I remember my nephew. I was taking care of my nephew, and he was like 3 years old, and he hit his toe. You know how you hit your toe on like the table?
Yeah.
He hit his toe on the table, and all I heard was boom, shit. And I looked at him, and he was holding his toe, and all I could do was laugh. And I just told him, I said, "Look, don't cuss, but I feel you.
Exactly.
I understand."
Hey, he knows he probably seen you hit your toe. And he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
that was real.
It was just the anger in his face that he stubbed it, the anger in his face as he looked at that table like he wanted to murder it. It just sounds like even when they do something wrong, sometimes it just makes you laugh.
Yeah, the kids are, man, all the kids are a blessing, man. I love
Yeah,
my kids.
yeah. Well,
And
not
to see
all
them
of
grow
them. All of
up,
yours are a blessing, but not all kids.
I
Right.
appreciate
I've coached some kids; they weren't blessings. But no, I'm just kidding.
it.
Well, we gotta keep it light here on the world of G.
Come
Everybody
on.
who's going to watch this, friends, family members, associates of G, and anyone who's on Keoniproductions, make sure you like and subscribe so you can get updates of when G shows are posted. Because just like every show, it's gonna start one way and then it's just gonna blossom from there. And everyone watching, you're gonna help us blossom, right?
Appreciate all
I'm
support.
gonna
Come
get
on.
to a point where the world of G is because he's in different parts of the world doing this show.
Come on. That's the
Right?
goal.
Right.
Taking flights, trips.
Yeah. I didn't say Universe G because I'm not sending you to the moon. We ain't got that kind of money.
They already been to the moon, right?
They
You don't
told
need to go there.
you about to start a different show. You're about to start a different show. I'm also excited about the segments we're going to come up with. And I'm not going to spoil any segments now. There's going to be some segments that are going to be really cool. You guys are going to love them when they come out. So make sure you tune in. Y'all were here to meet G. Normally, our shows will be about an hour long, but meet the cast. Just trying to get in here, get a feel from him, and let you
Come on.
guys know him personally. You'll also be able to comment live during the shows and ask questions. So there you go. Everyone, have a great one. Come on back and see the world of G.
Appreciate the support.
Peace.